Coincidence, guys? What do you think?
It's intriguing, is what I think. What sort of rabbit hole does TikTok want to send me down?
What's a coincidence that you think about a lot? I'll go first.
No, let me go. I got a beauty.
I'll go first. Someone's interrupting. Oh my goodness, they're so funny. These people on TikTok, this is just making me laugh. These people, they just interrupt each other and make their own little videos. We are out of control, people, on TikTok. Come on, what's happening here?
What's a coincidence that you think about a lot? I'll go.
I want to know what he was going to say. Where did he come from? Come on, is this a thing that also happens on TikTok? So you get a little bit of a taste and then you don't know where they are, how to find them. Is he some sort of meme? Is that what that's about? Oh my goodness. And then they've got all these, what side of TikTok is this? I like it here. Yeah, what is going on over here in these rabbit holes and these comments? This is why people get lost in TikTok, isn't it?
I don't know what you would consider a lot, but I've thought about this every day for the past 2 years. In 1888, a man named Ingersoll Lockwood wrote a book called Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey, where a 10-year-old boy named Baron Trump, who has a mentor named Don, who is a rich man who lives on Fifth Avenue in New York City, he and Don travel to Russia to find a portal to a magical underground world. The third book in the series is called 1900 or The Last President, where Don runs for president, gets elected.
I came to TikTok for my usual dog videos and thirst traps, and now I'm over here doing a research project like I'm back in college. Oh yeah, the comments are funnier than the thing that's actually going on. How does this video not have 1 million likes? Well, because TikTok is so fragmented. It's a mystery how anyone finds anything on here.
Craziest coincidences in history. The Titanic was predicted by author Robert Morgan 14 years before it happened. In 1894, a young boy was saved from drowning in the River Passau by a local priest. The boy grew up to be the leader of Germany.
Okay, and there's no fact checking. Like on Twitter, there's no fact checking here. Somebody randomly in the comments, number 2 isn't true. Just like that. Number 2 isn't true. The Titanic, Olympic and Britannic, she was a paid witness to insurance fraud, just like the actors we have today. Oh, harsh. Violet either doesn't learn or she needs to be interviewed by the FBI. If I survive one boat crash, I think that's enough maritime travel for me. The comments are crazier than the videos.
In World War II, when Archduke Ferdinand was shot, his license plate was A111-118. World War I ended on the 11th of the 11th-18.
Does it help? I've just moved into a house numbered 118. Doesn't help.
Violet Jessup survived the Titanic, Olympic, and the Britannic. That's 3 of the most tragic ship tragedies of the 20th century.
Violet Jessup. She's also had a really, really difficult life. She had to go to sea to provide for her younger siblings.
A Malaysian man missed 2 flights. Coincidentally, they both crashed. These triplets were separated at birth as an experiment, and they ended up meeting each other. The first and last person to die during the construction of the Hoover Dam were father and son.
First person to die and the last person to die were father and son. See, these things have so many links to them, just like the triplets in the coincidence before. They're connected on that level that we can't explain and we can't understand, aren't they? Really connected. A triplet's always destined to find each other. A twin's destined to find each other. Our soulmate's destined to find each other. And it is that, it's the destiny business, isn't it?
Have you been noticing a lot of coincidences around you lately? For example, you think about somebody and then they call you. And you're like, I haven't talked to you in so long, and then I was thinking about you and you called me. Like, what are the odds? Such a coincidence. Or maybe you've been seeing a lot of the same numbers over and over and over again, or symbols like butterflies or 111, 222, etc. It could be anything, but you keep noticing it and you're like, wow, what a coincidence. How come I keep looking at the clock every single day at 12:13 every single day? Like, what are the odds? But the thing is, there are no such thing as coincidences at all. They are synchronicities that are letting you know a couple of things. One, that you are on the correct spiritual path to keep on doing what you're doing, even if it feels like you feel lost, you're like, what's going on? When you see these different synchronicities, not coincidences, synchronicities, it is your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side letting you know that they are here and you are doing well and you're on the...
Oh, there's replies. I kept seeing 1111 almost every day during my pregnancy, and though maybe my baby boy would be born on 1111, he wasn't. But he was born at 11:11 p.m. I keep seeing 666 and 333. It started when I was in elementary. I'm now 32. Still keep seeing these numbers. I even made it my email address. See, it's amazing, isn't it, how some people notice these and some people don't. Some people assign meaning, some people don't. Some people notice and just dismiss it. I love the synchronicities. Absolutely love them. My mum passed away a year ago today, and for months after I would see 1023 all the time, and that is the house number I grew up in. Yeah, I have found that. And there's no real easy explanation to know why. When you've got an emotional connection to a number, you would keep noticing it or it would keep showing up. There's no real explanation for that. There really isn't. Someone's put, how do you know that's true though? Where did you learn this? That's from someone called someone. I was watching Princess and the Frog. Haven't seen it for like 15 years. Took the dog out and a frog jumped out in front of me. Can't remember the last time I'd seen a frog. See, exactly, that sort of thing. Here's another one. I keep seeing butterflies every time I go outside, and repetitive numbers like 1111, 2222, going through a difficult time in my life. Everyone calls me around the same time. I keep seeing 777 everywhere. I had a link with the number 777. One of my friends has got that in her phone number. And so if I see a number plate with 777 on it, I call her or give her a message. To me, if you allot signs and symbols to your friends and then you see those signs or symbols, it's just prompting. Have you contacted that person recently? I know you should be contacting people all the time, right? But if some of us need reminders, then that's the universe helping us out. That's how I see that.
There is no such thing as coincidences. Yep, I said it. Listen to me again. There is no such thing as coincidence. Nothing just randomly, casually happens. It just doesn't. Everything happens.
Okay, so my soul chose the lessons disrespectful/controlling spouse. Does this mean I should stay in a bad marriage and overlook the cheating? I would say no. Definitely not. 100% no. And then the person's put, if I'm here to learn my lessons, how do I know what these lessons are? And if I don't know the lessons I'm here to learn, how can I accomplish this? Okay, well, if your soul chose the lessons of being disrespected and having a controlling spouse, and then you've had that experience, this is what you're saying, and you've had that experience, you can end that experience. That's it, I'm done. I've had that experience, I've learnt what it is. What is it I should learn? To identify what that feels like, to identify what it feels like when you're being disrespected, to identify what it feels like when you're being respected, so you can know the difference, so you can declare, I'm having respect for myself, I'm not going to entertain anyone who's being disrespectful, I'm not going to do this again, right? Is that a lesson? No one should have to learn that lesson the hard way, but if you're saying that all this negative behaviour is part of a lesson, part of a soul lesson, then that would be the lesson, wouldn't it? I don't know the lessons I'm here to learn. How can I accomplish this? Dear Gold Delicious, I don't know if you're ever going to see this YouTube video, but you never know. Someone else might. And that's just only my understanding of it. And I can understand completely why people believe that there are soul lessons and that you chose this path before you got here. I think it's a great philosophy. It's a great way of trying to make sense of what on earth is going on, why some people are just so horrible to other people, why you would want to put yourself through that situation, why you would want to have trauma that leads to even more trauma, and how on earth can you get out of it? And sometimes the hole is really big, isn't it, that you dig and you don't know any other way, so you just keep digging. And somebody's put, in January, my husband passed away. I have a feeling that God punished me. I keep thinking why I've not done wrong, but what is the lesson? And here's a horrible thing, isn't it? The lesson of knowing what it feels like to love deeply and to lose that. And unfortunately, one of the themes of life is loss and dealing with loss. And some people have so much loss, it's ridiculous. You look at their life and you think, God, it's just one loss after another. And some people have different themes in their lives. There's so much to learn about what we're all doing here. It's a mystery. Someone's put, everyone dies. That's not a lesson, it's part of our journey. Well, that's a little bit harsh there to say that, because yes, everyone dies, but not everyone loses the person. Like, the person that's died isn't suffering from the loss and the grief, are they? So that's a little bit blinkered there to think that. We're all headed that way. Heaven is paradise. Heaven is being with God. This is what people have put in as a way of to support that person, help them to feel better. I've always believed that everything happens for a reason. I'm so tired of the lessons. It's really hard for me to believe that my soul would have chosen to come into a life of abandonment and severe abuse. I don't understand why I would. Exactly. You don't understand why you would. Your soul chose life. This is what someone else has put. You can't control the actions of others. And these things are so very, very difficult to understand. And we haven't got the answers. And I don't think we can just give somebody who's had that deep trauma a simple answer of, well, of course you're not going to understand because it's your soul that chose it and you didn't choose it. And then we've got this idea that what if this is a prison planet and actually we're here as a punishment? You know, there's another train of thought, isn't there, that says this is the prison planet. Anyway, this is interesting to me. I've only looked at a few TikToks and I do like it. It's interesting to me. I will see if I can manage to get this on YouTube or maybe on TikTok. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.